Hey preppers, this is the Homestead Prepper, and I just want to share a couple projects with you. And some of y'all may have seen this smoker before, and if you're thinking about buying one and you think it's going to see you through the SHTF, you need to think again. If you're going to get one, it's going to require a lot of maintenance, and you're going to have to spray it down with cooking oil and put a cover on it and everything. And if you don't, this is what happens right here. It'll absolutely just rot out on you, because it's really thin. It's paper thin metal, and you add heat and a little moisture to it, and that's what you get. And what I did is, what you're looking at is actually a pressure tank off of a well. And I have a friend who does wells, and he gave me this pressure tank a while back, and it was about the same size as that. And what I did was I stole the lid off of it, stole those little pieces off of it, just welded it on there, and put this lid on there like that, and just cut that out with a cutting torch. And like I said, it was almost an exact fit. And this is some 14 gauge metal I had on hand, and I just welded it onto the existing part of the smoker here. And if you look at the air intake, this has a fancy one on it right there. Of course, it was always a pain in the butt because the metal was so thin and it would rust, and it would seize up. So what I did is, what you're seeing here is the bottom of the pressure tank on a well, and I cut the bolts off except for that one, drilled a hole, and this is a piece of 14 gauge steel, and that's how I adjust my air intake, like that. So the point is if you're going to get something to do some cooking in an emergency situation, you need to get something that's substantially built. So that is one thing I wanted to run by you and show you what can happen. And the other project I wanted to show you is my work table. And you can see how it's leaning, and it's kind of in crappy condition. Of course, it stays outside. It's been outside for almost 6 years now. And I decided to make a more substantial work table. And the way you make a heavy-duty work table is you employ X-bracing. And what that is right there is, that's a 6x6 post, and I got that from a friend. They had some bad luck. They had their meter and panel on one of those 6x6x20 posts stuck in the ground, and a tree fell and pulled the guy wires down and broke the post off at the base. Now I went over there and changed it out and fixed it for them. I didn't charge them anything, and they gave me the old post. And I cut that post up into sections. These are 3-foot sections right here, and I notched it out here, and I notched it out there, so that sits on top of that. And for the X bracing, I notched it out just like that, and just like that, and I screwed it and glued it. And what I used is this Loctite stuff, and I really like that Loctite stuff. It works really good. If you like liquid nails, if that works for you, that's fine. And I put that and put screws in it. And I used, you have to use, if you're going to use pressure treated, make sure you get screws that are rated for pressure treated. And I just wanted to share that with you. And also, what I wanted to show you was this old work table. I'm just going to put some X bracing across there, take those bottom boards off, and just put an X brace across there and across there. And that'll shore up this table. And the top of it is actually made with OSB, and this is actually a piece I got out of a dumpster, and it was in 2 pieces, and I just put a new top on it, and it's got an old piece down there. So I have 2 work tables. And what I wanted to show you is, if you're going to build something and you want to see if it's square, it's kind of hard for me to do this and hold the camera, but you want to run your tape measure from there to there, and you want to run it from there to there for your diagonals. And if your diagonals are equal, the table is square, or whatever you're building is square. And I think I measured it from there to there, it's 103, and from there to there it's 102 7/8. Now, no, it's not perfect, but I'm not building a rocket ship. It's close enough. So I just wanted to share that with you, and let's just see how this looks. Let's see if I can hold this. That's 3/4 pressure treated. It's plenty heavy. And I'm not going to glue that down. I'm just going to put a couple screws. You don't need to put 900,000 screws in it. You can just put a sensible amount of screws in it and that'll hold it. And let's see how strong it is. And I'm on top of it. And I'm jumping. And it's not doing anything. It's not even screwed down. Well, just want to share that with you. Homestead Prepper out.